In a society dominated by convenience, it's often an easy thing for ordinary citizens to overlook the stumbling blocks of personal vehicle use that affect both their wallets and, more importantly, the environment. That's why my team and I, Jason, Sophia, and Andrew, in collaboration with Berks Nature, set out to research and document some of the transportation options available to Berks County residents and present some potential threats to the environment with continued excessive personal vehicle use. Following the conduction of Berks Nature's 2018 State of the Environment study, it was found that Berks County received a thumbs down for both categories of energy usage, that is, the use of personal vehicles and use of public transportation. This means that Berks County citizens have not reduced their miles traveled in personal vehicles and failed to stay on pace with the average public transportation use across the state. Failing to reach these averages can have drastic impacts on the environment around us and can oftentimes come back around and hurt us. Take, for example, oil and chemical runoff from vehicles and road salts. These chemicals can wash into local waterways and negatively affect the water that we drink, such as this one found in Gringsmo Park that runs into the Schuylkill River. Additionally, it's been found that car exhaust is the single biggest contributor to CO2 emissions, with a share of 95% of the emissions in cities, according to the Environmental Protection Agency. I'm sure many of us are familiar with these pitfalls of fossil fuel use, as they are also a finite resource. But what about the often overlooked harm that personal vehicles cause? One prominent instance of these overlooked harms is the excess of land used to pave additional road lanes. Road expansion has been found to only increase the number of drivers and miles traveled by 8 to 10% in only 3 to 10 years in a study conducted by researchers at UC Davis. Urban developers have found themselves in a loop of increasing lanes to accommodate an ever-increasing number of drivers as a result. Similarly, parking lots that are seemingly never full are paved at the expense of habitats for many animal species. Other forms of pollution, such as light and noise pollution, radiate from roadways that the National Science Foundation claims to disrupt natural processes like nesting for many species of birds. Thankfully, Berks County has made it easier than ever for residents to mitigate personal vehicle usage. While commercially available, carbon-reducing options do exist, such as hybrid or all-electric vehicles, debates surrounding the battery sourcing process and its environmental impacts in comparison to the carbon footprint of a non-electric vehicle have arisen. That is why the use of public transportation is heavily encouraged by various commuter services throughout the county, while the energy industry investigates better, sustainable energy options. Services such as carpooling, vans, trains, and buses are among the list of programs that Pennsylvania Commuter Services provides, with details on routes, schedules, and reimbursement opportunities or incentives. Not only do these services reduce traffic and various types of pollution, but they can oftentimes be the financially sound decision for commuters. Assuming the average cost to fill a medium-sized car tank is $50 and a consumer is conservatively filling their tank 4 times a month, their yearly expenditures for gas can exceed well over $2,500. In comparison to a roughly $50 monthly bus pass, your savings round out to nearly $2,000 per year. Have a shorter distance to cover? Consider a mind and heart healthy option like walking or purchasing a bike. There are even plenty of local nonprofits that facilitate the salvaging and repair of old bikes and give them away for free. Regardless of the towns we live in, we all share the earth and its resources. So we challenge you, the viewer, to identify changes you can make in your life that not only conserve the limited resources we have, but can also improve your own quality of life.